Hi guys, Zach here and welcome to Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Arena Valley Extreme. I'm starting in the bottom right position, playing as the Soviets. Now I do quite like the right position because in the bottom right because there's quite a lot of ore there, so I think it's a pretty good position to start from. Most likely what will happen is I would imagine is we'll all start in the four corners, though that's not always the case. And what I do here is I just build that extra power plant, and that's just to get my first ore refinery just a little bit closer to that ore patch. Usually what I'll do is I'll build that like the ore refinery straight after the barracks, but I just want to get it in a bit of a better position on this map. I would have needed to build that power plant anyway, but it will sort of like delay the speed at which I'm able to collect on, the speed at which I can get out that first war factory. So we'll have to see how this goes, and I'm going to go for the war factory, and you can just see here I'm just spreading my infantry out, just trying to stop any other players getting inside my base. It is quite open, this map, so it's sometimes a little bit harder, and quite often what I'd do is I'd take my troops to different parts of the map, different little bottlenecks, but when you're playing free-for-alls, it's sometimes a bit harder if teams start a bit closer. And you can see I've got my first war factory out. And what I'm doing is I'm going straight for a service depot. Because what a service depot will allow me to do is to build MCVs. And that's quite important because when you're in a free-for-all match, people tend to be a little bit more laid back. They don't tend to rush people as quickly, so I do tend to be a bit more, take a few more risks. It can sometimes backfire, but what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to build 2 MCVs. And the reason people are less likely to take risks is if, let's say, pink at the top, let's say they do a rush on my base. They're going to they'd leave their base wide open so that the person who's in the top left or the top middle, I don't know how people spaced out, could rush them. So you do have to be very, very careful. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to just get as much ore as possible. I was just delaying that a little bit because I forgot to build any ore silos, which I'm going to build now. And you can see there's my first MCV coming out, and this is what this is going to do, is it's going to allow me to build buildings quicker. And after I build those MCVs, I'm going to be starting to build tanks. But what it'll do is it'll allow me to build my economy much, much faster with increased building speed and being able to get ore refineries out more quickly. Also later on it'll be very important because it'll allow me to build Tesla coils quicker and base defences. But right now what I need to do is I need to make sure my economy is going well, because what you can see is that's what I'm struggling with initially. And that's the thing about MCVs, when you build multiple MCVs, your economy is the thing you need to be able to regulate and be able to improve. And now what I'm doing is I'm building my 3rd war factory. Although it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to utilise that faster building speed right at the moment, I will be able to do that after so long because my economy is going to get much, much better and it's going to be quite quick. And you can see I'm just getting another ore truck there that can keep up mining on that bottom ore patch. And you can see suddenly how much my economy is increasing, and I'm going to get a radar dome out so I can see what's going on in the parts of the map which I've explored. And you can see I've actually got quite good visibility on the top left of the map, which is surprising. I would have thought I wouldn't have much visibility over that area. But now my forces are starting to build. I've got multiple MCVs, so I don't have to worry about a light tank dive or anything like that. And we're starting to build these ore refineries into different parts of the map. And as you can see, my ore reserves are looking very, very healthy. But as the more MCVs I deploy, the faster my building speed, the faster I'm going to be using up that ore. And right at this minute, I'm just trying to get just as established as possible, and you can see yet another MCV, and that puts me up to 5 now. And what I'm starting to do is I'm starting to scatter some Tesla coils throughout my base. It doesn't look like anyone's looking to attack me right at this minute, which is a good thing. And the longer I'm left unchallenged, the stronger I'm going to be able to get. And what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start expanding up to the north, and I'm building another war factory just to increase my tank building speed more, because you can see I am stacking up quite a bit of ore. And now blue are coming down. There's the attack on my war factory. We'll have to see if we're able to defend this. And I'm going to bring my tanks all up to the top, and I'm building Tesla coils just behind that initial wave. And yeah, blue's just pulled back. Now blue will know if I've got like Tesla coils. Those light tanks are very, very weak, so we'll be able to be defeated quite easily by that. And now I'm going to build another war factory. Actually, it's quite strange that blue's attacking me. You would have thought it would have been pink, because they look to be in the top right of the map, judging by where the infantry are placed. But we'll have to see if we're going to get challenged at that spot anymore. And now I'm building my ore refineries, so I'm going to be able to collect that ore from that next ore patch, and that's just going to help me expand. We can see that pink are coming down now, and they have a few more tanks than blue did. So now it's heavy tanks versus the allied medium tanks, and a few light tanks scattered in there as well. We do have a lot of MCVs deployed. That means we're going to be able to build a lot of Tesla coils, but the army is big, and we'll have to see what we're able to do here. As we're fighting though, we're going to get more and more Tesla coils, and I'm just going to move those MCVs a bit further down, just so they're not in a line of fire. And once I've deployed them, I'll be able to build Tesla coils even faster. But as you can see, I'm using up all the ore I've got at the moment. But I'm going to build a few of these Tesla coils a bit further back, and it's just going to will Pink's forces down and give me a better chance of winning this fight. It's still going on though. Pink still has the better numbers. It's not looking good for me at this point in time. You can see I'm down to 4 tanks right now, and Pink does have about 10, and Pink is now getting reinforcements in, and it does look like I am going to be pushed back a little bit. We're just going to have to hope that these Teslas are able to hold. And while Pink's marching forwards, I'm just getting a few more Teslas. And now Pink's starting to dive in a little bit. This might be a bit of a mistake from Pink, because he's going to lose a lot of tanks by doing this. He is going for the construction yard, but I do have a large number of these. And yes, it looks like he's going to get that. Is he going to get that construction yard down? No, it's going to survive. But even if he had got that construction yard down, it wasn't going to do him too much good. And now Pink is in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have his tank numbers here, and my tank numbers have had a chance to build up a little bit. And now I'm going to be able to expand my base forwards once again. And when you're able to use the Teslas with your heavy tanks, that's when they really come into their own, and they really start to be effective. And I'm actually starting to build up quite a lot of ore right at this minute. But we're going to try and expand just across this ore patch and towards the middle ore patch. It does look like yellow are sort of like in their own fight at this moment in time. And now we're starting to take out some of Pink's base. We have to see how much is his base expanded, and it doesn't look like he's too close to that middle ore patch. You can see I've just got my ore truck there going for that ore very close to home. But you can see those ore trucks are long distance mining, and if we're able to establish ourselves here, we'll be able to cut off Pink's access to ore completely. And now Pink is in big trouble. And yeah, I'm just going to get that large power plant. You can see he's got a construction yard there. I think he'll probably have another one in the corner. And we can see there's Yellow's base. So we've sort of stumbled upon Yellow at the same time. And we've got like a pillbox there, but I've got Tesla, so that's going to be a little bit stronger. So we're going to have to possibly focus on Yellow at this point in the game, and we may need to leave Pink alone a bit, but I've just tried to take out some of these last buildings, and we can see Yellow are coming in for the attack. We need to get rid of that war factory there and try and take out Pink's last main buildings, just to make sure he can recover from this attack. Because what we don't want to happen is to have a fight, long-blown fight with yellow, and then find out we don't have anything to defend against pink's army that he's able to build up in that time. But yellow just seemed to not be too aggressive right at the moment. And we're starting to get like sort of like a Tesla wall forming, and there you can see that's probably the starting construction yard, and we can see that pink do have a lot of barracks, but they are going to go down pretty quickly. And there, pink is out of the game, and now we can see yellow is on the charge. We're getting these Teslas just built up. We're getting like a bit of a wall, but yellow has got a lot of light tanks there, and we're building tanks ASAP, and we're just building up those Teslas, and you can see we've got a big number, and we're going to be getting those reinforcements back, the ones that were destroying pink's base, to help defend against this. And you can see those yellow tanks, they're just getting whittled down because yellow tanks are weak against Tesla, and we've just got a wall of tanks defending, and it looks like we're going to be able to hold this. And you can see those yellow tanks just being absolutely decimated, and that's just the power of using Tesla and heavy tanks together, especially against light tanks. Light tanks is a thing you don't want to use against Tesla, and you can see even that war factory so far has survived on about 1 HP it looks like, but we're going to be able to build it up, and now we're going to be able to push yellow back. So that was just an absolute complete massacre of yellow's light tanks, and that was I mean, a big waste of tanks from yellow there. What yellow should have done is he should have looked at another way of attacking my base from another position and not gone into that wall of Teslas, because what we can see now is that yellow are in big trouble, and now it looks like we're just going to be able to push them back, and they're not going to be able to do anything to stop us. We're getting the radar dome down. They possibly do have full map visibility because they are playing allies, so they will have been able to get satellite if they built a tech centre. So they might have that. They might be able to see on what's going on in different parts of the map. But for the moment, we're just able to push them back, and it doesn't look like there's anything they can do to stop us. It does look like they've done a lot of damage to blue, because blue we saw at the start with a few light tanks. It's quite strange that blue actually went to my base at the start, because I think he is in the top left position. So it does look a bit far to go, because we saw him with some light tanks at the start, but we haven't seen blue recently, and he must be out of the game, probably fighting with yellow early on. We can see yellow there with a lot of ore trucks in the middle of the map. But what we're going to keep on doing is just building those Teslas and building those base defences, and we can see yellow sort of go into that top right position. And I wonder if he's going sort of like trying to get into my base through the back door maybe. So he's going for another angle, and that's probably what he should have done when he had that big massive tanks, because we saw earlier on he just had such a big number, and if he'd done this tactic then, it might have worked out a little bit differently, because it would have been very hard for me to stop him, because I don't have a load of tanks grouped there or a load of Tesla either. But those yellow tanks being taken out, those yellow tanks are quite weak, and probably what he should be building is medium tanks, because they're a lot more bulky, they can withstand Tesla a lot better. And you can just see those yellow tanks being wiped out, and we're just continuing to rampage through yellow's base. I'm just having a look now. I don't think there's any player yellow really has left. We'll be able to probably take out this base in the top middle. And I'm thinking blue, I don't know if blue actually started in the bottom left of the map actually. Possibly it might have been yellow that was at the top. We can see there a blue with a MCV, and I don't know if he's trying to do a base rush and try and deploy it right next to my base, but it isn't going to work because I've got my tanks are surrounding it, and that's the blue MCV gone. We'll have to see if blue's been able to build any tanks at this point in the game. I'm just having a little bit of a look around, because he must be in this like bottom shroud somewhere, and I think yellow's at the top part of the map. And we're just hoping at the moment that there's no hidden armies. But there, blue is out of the game, and now it's just yellow. And I think probably now, looking at the map and looking at how much visibility we have, it looks like it's just going to be more of a formality, destroying yellow. And yellow's tapped out as well, so that's good game. So I think the big case there was I didn't get attacked early, so that helped. And I think yellow just throwing all those light tanks away really cost him. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.